Welcome to the Kickstart Your Edge Play to Win Leadership Podcast,
where we've flipped the script with our groundbreaking modus operandi to bring you real, relevant, and relatable tactics and techniques to master your own play to win mindset.
Talk about a superpower. It's time to iron your cape.
What we know for sure is what got you here won't get you there.
You can't see the spinach in your own teeth.
And finally, hang on, because this one is really deep. Once you realize that you are the traffic, everything makes complete and unadulterated sense.
Welcome to the Edge, where playing not to lose is not an option.
And I'm going to kick things off today, Jen, and we're going to talk about my AirPods Pros. I love, a heads up, I love my AirPods. And I love them especially when I'm on a plane. Because why? I get to hit noise cancellation. And when we were flying, I don't even know where we're going. Last week, I was thinking, like, how brilliant is this? Right? So the noise controls on your AirPods are off, right? Transparency, adaptive, and noise cancellation. And if you think about the differences of them, like, could you imagine, like, if you had your own switches for all those things in your life, like the noise that's around you, if you can turn it off, or if it could be transparent, adaptive, or you just completely like, you're immersed in all the noise. So it made me think really about, like, what if you can just pick and choose what noise gets filtered in and what noise you don't let in?
Yeah. No, I love this, right? So then I take it into thinking about like leadership and within an organization. And as a leader, you have to be able to know which noise control is needed for which situation. So,
Right.
For example, transparency. Right? We hear it all the time when we're in organizations. People are like, people need to be more transparent. People need to, we need more communication, more transparency. But do they really? And as a leader, how do you pick and choose what to be transparent about and what not to be transparent about? Because there is sort of a need to know basis with a lot of things that happen within organizations. And what prevents transparency, and where are people overly transparent?
Yeah, exactly. And how often does that happen? Like, really, truly, like, there's just too much information out there.
Yeah. And thinking through, right? So even adaptive, right? So being adaptive to your environment, figuring out what do you need to do? When do you speak up? When do you tone it down? When do you listen more than you talk? What is the environment that needs adapting to? And how do you know the best way to put it forward?
Yeah, the more we're talking about this, right? So if you think about that, if you can just really go into, let's say you're really, really focusing on, things that are important, to be able to click that noise cancellation and block out all that stuff to really help you get focused. There's no distractions. And, well, you can have meetings from really noisy places, but it really allows you to just focus. And, it makes me think then about that transparency mode, right? You can hear different sounds around you, so you can be aware of your sound. This is great for riding a bike. And you can just hear different things that are actually happening. Or, you just turn it off and you get all the noise in. But it's funny, like today I was at the gym and I put on the adaptive audio and I was just kind of playing with it because I knew that we were going to talk about this podcast today. And what this does is it adjusts the noise level based on your environment. So, right, if you have the AirPods in and you start talking, it gets lower or it goes on pause. So it was funny. It made me think of one time it went lower and it went on pause because I was talking to somebody. And then I'm sitting there thinking, but I didn't want it to really get lower and go on pause because what I was hearing in my head was more important than the conversation that I was having. So it just makes me think a lot about how often are you really paying attention? Are you not paying attention? What are you focused on? What are you not focused on? Because it's really about your focus, your awareness, the flexibility that you have. What kind of communication are you in with it? So yeah, a lot of things just pop up from random, hey, I wonder what these 4 settings are on my AirPods.
Well, and I want to just riff for half a second more on the noise cancellation, because if you think about it, the amount of noise that is in our life, right? Metaphorically. So at work, the noise in the hallway, the noise of teammates, the noise of the industry, the noise of what are people focused on that they shouldn't be focused on, that kind of thing. It could be noise in your home, in your relationship. Like, where is it that you just need to cancel that out inside your own head, right? The voice in your head's an a-hole. What kind of noise cancellation is needed there? It's really about saying paying attention to what's happening, what you're hearing, what you're absorbing, what you're taking in, and start to filter out the things that aren't really needed. And we talked about this on the plane for a brief second. It's really just such a metaphor. We have the power. One, Apple gives you the power with the AirPods Pro to be able to flip and switch and move it around to make it so that your mindset is at the right space for being able to listen to what you want to listen to. But as human beings, we have the exact same to say, okay, where do I need more transparency in my life? Where do I need less transparency? How can I be a little bit more adaptive? What noise is going on that needs to be canceled? Because we're in 100% of the things that run through our mind, and what we discuss and what we share and all of it. It's just super interesting.
Yeah, Jen, I when you're talking right now, it really makes me think. Well, it makes me think about playing golf, right? And the noise that goes on in my head when I'm playing golf, it makes me think that I should just, like, I don't know, maybe I should just go play with my AirPods on so I can be constantly reminded to turn the noise off. Because the noise, whether it's people talking or whether it's the noise in my own head that I'm creating, it just jacks me up every single time. So being able to just, what's the constant reminder of turning off the noise and knowing that I didn't forget how to play golf again, because this seems to be like this roller coaster that I keep riding. But being able to just say, okay, wait, this is just noise. Like, how to play, just effing play.
I love it. Yep. Yep. These are just different themes and concepts to be applied anywhere you want in life. Turn off the noise. All right. Talk to y'all soon.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Kickstart Your Edge Play to Win Leadership Podcast. Craving more? Of course you are. Check out our website at kickstartyouredge.com, where we fire you up, fan the flames of your competitive edge culture, and ignite your tenacious pursuit of an all-out play-to-win mindset.